So now for the technical configurations. The residential three-phase inverter, that's the SE5K-AUB through to the SE10K-AUB, is now compatible with the SolarEdge home battery. Before you wire it, make sure that everything's all fully shut down and isolated, as well as the battery, and use the supplied MC4 connectors to wire the battery DC. There are two options to do the DC. If it's an existing installation, you'll already have the DC coming down from the roof to the inverter. And for that, you'll need to join the battery DC in the DCD before it goes into the single input into the inverter. The alternative way to do it, this is really ideal for a new installation, is you take the DC straight to the battery and then use one of our branch connectors and then take that single DC connection through to the inverter. The communication for the system is only available via the SolarEdge Home Network communication protocol, and what's really important is you make sure that you use the correct card. There are two cards available, that's the ENET-HBNP-01 and then there's the HBCL01, which is a much larger card. The larger card used to be installed on the older systems. A couple of years ago we updated all of the cards going out on the current inverters to having the dual slots, but what's really important is if you have a card with the dual slots, only use the smaller card, that's the HBNP, do not use the larger card. What's ideal is if you're going to do an installation on an existing system, because you may not know what type of board is in the inverter, just take both of the cards with you. The inverter, as it's now got a battery, has to have a meter installed, so you can use either the Modbus meter or our inline meter. Ensure that it's set up in import-export configuration and connected at the main incoming supply. Once everything's installed, go through the normal commissioning process, that's turning on the battery, then turning on all the DC isolators, and then moving the AC onto the on position, and then just do the commissioning as usual through setup.